How to handle a kid with autism, a step-by-step guide. I was 7 years old when my youngest brother was diagnosed with autism. According to Google, autism is defined as a serious developmental disorder that impairs one's ability to communicate and interact with the world around them. However, to 7-year-old me, it was moreover described as he's just a little different than the other kids. However, no one told me that the years following would be filled with screaming, fighting, and frustration. Nothing would prepare me for the emotional turmoil it is to have a sibling with autism. However, online experts say it's actually really easy. You just need to follow their 3 simple steps. You need a schedule, a connection, and to use one of the many support systems available. A schedule is a simple concept, really. You stick to it and it becomes a routine. You brush your teeth at 6, you get dressed at 6:15, you eat breakfast at 6:30, you go to school at 6:45. Every day is the same, and theoretically, it creates a safe and comfortable environment for the child with autism. However, if the last 9.5 years have taught me anything, it's that my youngest brother hates repetition. It drives him insane. He is constantly looking for new ways to stimulate his brain. Also, a schedule is an easy concept if you're, say, a 2-parent household with 1 child. However, a schedule becomes really complex when you are a single mother with 4 kids working 2 jobs. Not every life is what you would call cookie cutter, just like not how every child has the same needs. The experts also claim that you need a strong connection to provide the child with a loving, understanding environment. This is the only point they make that I actually agree with. However, it also refutes everything they said in their previous statements. They claim you need to create a bond that allows you to fully understand the child, and then they follow it by saying, every child is different. Ironic, huh? It goes completely against their one-size-fits-all statements from earlier. No child has the same needs. So yes, you need a strong connection. However, I believe it's okay to fail. Being around an autistic child is no easy feat. They are often loud, violent, and hard to communicate with. They require an extra set of understanding. However, one must remind themselves that they are only human. It is okay to take mental breaks. Believe me, I do it quite often, and to come back refreshed. A connection with a child is not as fragile as helpguide.org says it is. The last thing experts say you need is to use one of the many support systems. However, there is a severe lack of said support systems. Especially in small town Wisconsin, it is nearly impossible to find the support one needs. There is a severe lack of paraprofessionals and aides in classrooms, and usually they're not properly trained or informed about the children in their classrooms. Not only is there a lack of resources for kids, but also for their families. This is something Wisconsin really needs to work on specifically. We need to provide more resources and education for special needs. There are so much to talk about, yet it is hidden in a shadow. This is an area that specifically needs work. Wisconsin needs to provide more support systems for the child and their family, and this is something that more light should be shed on. The experts provided us with 3 simple steps to help your child with autism. However, I believe there is no perfect practice. Every child is different, and there is no set way to help them. Instead, I believe it's more trial and error until you get it to a manageable level. If the last 9 years has taught me anything, it is that you need patience, a lot of patience. You need to learn your limit and know when to ask for help. My youngest brother is a math wizard, and one way I found out to gain a connection with him is to work on his math problems with him, because math is something I also excel at. However, I don't think that doing math problems would work with any other 9-year-old child that I know. To help your child with autism, you really just need to learn them and understand how their tics and everything that goes into their personality. It just takes one person to reach out, and it makes a beautiful rainbow of understanding.